Let's take a look at some of the numbers for Jokic.
And guys, it hasn't been pretty for him in the past 5. Games. He's having one of those scoring slumps that all players go through at some point in the season. But I know he hadn't lost his confidence, and I expect this young man to get after it here tonight.
Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. In at the guard spots, it's Murray and Brown. The forwards are Porter Jr. and Gordon to his side. And it's Jokic in at center. And for Houston, at the guard positions, Van Vliet and Green. Alperen Şengün out there with Amen Thompson. And it's Brooks in at the small forward position. And Green gets it to go. All the talk, Greg, leading up to this one has been about the impact of the backcourt.
And that's where it all starts. When you have a confident and competent backcourt, it just opens up a lot of things for you offensively.
Now, here's Porter. His last outing, he had 24 points. 2 on the clock. They grabbed their own miss. And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A three-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
And how about absorbing the punishment and still complete the play? That's a great finish by Jokic.
The Nuggets shooting their first foul shot of the game.
Nikola Jokic at the line for one.
What's great about Jokic, GA, is he can put up MVP numbers, and he's got a little personality to him, doesn't he?
He does. You can tell he just loves life. He loves everything he does, especially when he's on the floor, making his teammates better.
The Nuggets have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Here's Porter. Good, and the assist goes to Jokic.
And he's just adept at scoring in so many ways. It's clear Porter very comfortable operating inside.
Stolen by Gordon. Jokic passes to Murray. Jokic sets the screen for Murray. 6 on the shot clock. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. Porter, no luck. Houston's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Şengün with a screen on Murray. Count that one from Van Vliet.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Now, here's Jokic. Last game he had 28 points. Murray kicks to Jokic. In the corner, it's Gordon. Over Thompson. Kept alive. Pass to Brown. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. Jokic, no good. And so Brooks will bring it up for the Rockets. Trailing by 2. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing the last matchup with the Lakers.
And in terms of intensity, they kind of took the night off. It looked like they were just going through the motions.
Yeah, you hate to be critical, but that's part of our job. You have to call it the way we see it. That night, they were flat.
And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the content. RJ, the Rockets don't just have young talent. They have elite young talent.
Yeah, you can have all the high high draft picks in the world, that doesn't mean you're going to hit on the right guys. But Houston, they certainly have.
Gordon hits both of them. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. And now we've got some time to check in from the sideline. You got for us, DA?
I had a chance to talk with the head coach, Ime Udoka. I asked him what's the hardest thing about facing Nikola Jokic. He said the way he controls the game at the offensive end. He keeps everyone involved. He's a great scorer, and you have to keep him off the offensive glass. It's a tall order, all of it. Guys?
Okay, David, much appreciated. Timeout is called. First of the game for the Nuggets. And now we go to the 2K leaderboard. What a season it's been for these teams on the offensive glass. The Rockets #1.
And that's the way they have to play in order to win. They've got rebounders, so they've got to go after those second and third opportunities whenever they can.
Rockets trail by 5. Outside, Green. Top of the key. It's hauled in by Gordon.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Yeah, it's a great look for him. One they'll try and manufacture again. Those are the shots you want him to take.
Here's Green, following the basket by Jokic. The 10-footer. Shot's good by Green. Green's got 7.
I love seeing Green capitalize from that mid-range. These shots help get him into a groove.
Outside, Porter. Gordon with a screen on Thompson. And that one's good by Porter.
He's looked practically unstoppable this quarter. The defense, yeah, well, they haven't had many answers for him.
Thompson surveying the floor. Brooks, left side. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson.
Oh, nice play from Brooks down in the paint. Not afraid to get physical on the inside.
Pass to Porter. For 3, it's rebounded by Şengün. Last outing for Denver, they won that game against the Grizzlies. Score the basket, his 4th. He's only missed 1 of his 5 shots tonight.
He just makes it look so easy on offense. Like, who takes pleasure in torturing defenses? He does.
Now here's Murray. Playing Memphis, he was nearly unstoppable. Good D by Thompson.
Gotta applaud the defensive effort. It's not easy to stop him getting in the lane like that.
And it's Green missing. The Nuggets leading by 4. Jokic finds Murray. Outside, Porter. Gordon with it. Pass to Jokic. Gordon with the screen for Murray. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Murray.
And check it out, the stats here for Brooks. How last month turned out for him. He's right around 13 points a night, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. And when they need to add defense, that's who they look to.
It's hard to find defensive spark plugs, but he is one of them. The whole team comes alive on D when he's in the game.
And we've got a timeout called from Ime Udoka. He wants to talk to his guys. And the Rockets making a change here. Shepard's checked in.
Give yourself a round of applause.
And it's the Rockets with the ball. 4-point game. Brooks outside. Houston moving it around. To the inside. Green. Banked in off the glass. 11 points for Jalen Green.
And one of Green's best attributes is that he doesn't really see contact. He will either go over it or through it.
They get it back. Porter finds Jokic. And stolen by Şengün. Green breaking loose. It's good on the putback. Şengün's got the game tied up here for the Rockets.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Denver calls timeout. Houston with a big group substitution here. Steven Adams, he's checked in for Şengün. Green comes in for Thompson. Tari Eason's checked in for Brooks, and it's Williams in for Jalen Green. Now here's Westbrook, and he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game. He sinks the 11-footer, and the Nuggets lead by 2.
A comfort zone for Westbrook. He still has so much confidence in his mid-range game.
Pass to Eason. Shepard with his screen for Eason. No luck that time in the shot that would have put them on top. Now here's Westbrook. He's guarded by Williams. And it's Westbrook missing.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Pass to Eason. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And so Westbrook will bring it up for Denver. Want to keep rolling here following the win against Memphis.
Yeah, I mean, we saw them do a little bit of everything in that game. Showed a lot of versatility.
It really is fun seeing an offensive function like a well-oiled machine. I'll be interested to see if they can keep doing this.
Now, here's Green. There has been a lot of discussion about the length of the NBA season, GA. Do you think 82 games is the right number?
Well, I do. It's worked well for over 50 years, so why change it? And if we do change it, it affects records and how we compare the game across eras.
The free throw drops for Jeff Green. The Nuggets making a switch here. Najee's checked in. And both free throws good for Green. The Nuggets have gone 50% from the field in the first quarter, 8 of 16. Jordan with the screen on Williams. Here's Westbrook. The shot from the low post is good. And the Nuggets lead by 2.
Looks like it could be a big night for him. Very strong start here in the first quarter.
Adams, the pass to Eason. Now Shepard. 4 on the clock. The tray bangs home the trifecta.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You gotta show some fire and keep defending.
Here's Pickett, still without a basket. And Russell Westbrook with the 3.
Hitting back with the 3 of his own. Westbrook not giving an inch.
Shepard, the pass to Adams. He's in with it. With the drive. They kick it out to Green. With the floater. Got a hand on it.
They hold the early advantage on the glass.
Here's Westbrook. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Steven Adams picks one up.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Nuggets.
Well, so far, their long-range shooting has been the story, doing damage from deep.
And also, guys, they're playing for one another right now. All those extra passes are leading to easy buckets.
He hits the second from the line. Rockets trail by 3. Pass to Green. Green with a screen for Eason. Drives to the hoop. It's rebounded by Najee.
Had enough room to finish, and that's one he'll usually make.
Westbrook passes to Najee. Misses the baby hook. Houston's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. Pass to Shepard. And here's Green outside. It's hauled in by Watson. The Nuggets leading by 3. Now here's Westbrook. Here's Najee. Guarded by Green. And it's good for 2.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Shepard, the pass to Eason. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
That's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor. Not even close to being a legal screen.
That's a very avoidable turnover. You
gotta focus on the details.
Now here's Westbrook. He has 7. Najee passes to Watson. Shot clock at 6. Down low. Najee, no good. Green taking his time here. Here's Shepard. And so it's Michael Porter making things happen for the Nuggets. He got to double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. Back to the action in just a minute. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. What do you guys think about the Nuggets out here in this one?
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
They're playing for one another and focusing on making winning plays. You love to see it.
And Denver has possession, leading by 5. They've got Adams. Cam Whitmore is out there with Shepard. Then there's Amen Thompson. And it's Eason in at the 3, the small forward. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Rockets. And out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession. With this break in the action, we can see the top passing teams in the league, courtesy of the 2K leaderboard. The Nuggets, number 1.
The beauty of watching this team is seeing the ball move around the court. It doesn't stick. That's why they're at the top of that list.
And for Houston, they're shooting well. They're at 45%. Whitmore with it. He's coming off a 22-point game against the Lakers. And the shot is good.
And nothing seems to faze Adams, even when you get physical with him.
Right side, Westbrook. Over Shepard. Westbrook with the bucket. Westbrook's got 9. Rockets trail by 5. Thompson passes to Adams. Now Eason. Over Porter. Finds the hole for the second time from the floor. Now 2 for 5.
Just outstanding distribution. This is the kind of team chemistry that you love to see.
Westbrook passes to Brown. Jokic sets the screen for Westbrook. Jokic so good in traffic.
And they try to stonewall Jokic, but he's not having it. He's just fearless going up inside.
Pass to Whitmore. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
The Rockets shooting their 3rd free throw shot of the game. Şengün's checked in for the Rockets. Green comes in for Tari Eason.
Find the lane. Find the lane. One shot.
Free throw good, Whitmore. We know the 90s were a different era, Greg. Either win the game or win the fight. Remember that? Do you miss that physicality?
Well, I will say, Kevin, it made for some great stories, but I don't think we're missing much without all the extracurriculars. And I think we have a beautiful game now.
So it's the Rockets now. After Michael Porter made the last 3-pointer. And there's the whistle. That's going to go on Christian Brown. That's foul number 2 for him. Fred VanVleet is checked in for the Rockets. Jamal Murray, he's checked in for the Nuggets. Jokic against VanVleet. And that one, good. Şengün's got his 2nd bucket of the game to go.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thanks. Jalen Green has shown he's capable of carrying a team offensively. He said it feels good knowing that my teammates believe in me to do that. I've had to learn a lot of things to grow, but that's what I work for. I want to be one of those guys that you give the ball to in crunch time. Kevin, I always want to give the mic to you in crunch time. Back to you.
David, you are an unselfish playmaker, and I appreciate that. By the way, Green can be electric and so fun to watch. Hey, DA, thanks. And so Murray nails both of them. And Greg, something that is so important to this team, Jamal Murray's shot creation.
It is, Kevin. He creates so much with the ball or off of it. The work he puts in on offense frees up everything for his teammates. Great competitor who's really a perfect fit with this core.
And that one is good. Şengün's got 6 points.
The pick and roll is such a reliable play with Van Vliet.
Porter bounce pass. Pass to Murray. And the layup is good.
Jamal Murray.
And the Nuggets lead by 5.
I like the intention, the focus, finding a way to make it work inside.
Van Vliet finds Whitmore. Rebound by the Nuggets. They won their last game against the Rockets in Houston.
And they had to scrape and claw to get the win the last time these two teams went head-to-head. It came down to a few key free throws at the end.
Şengün drives in. Misses from close range. Wide open look here for Murray. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Green kicks to Thompson. Outside, Green. The Rockets again can't hit.
And even without that three-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Murray surveying the D. 6 to shoot. And it's blocked by Şengün.
And so often is the case, Şengün in the right position to make the play. That's just great defense.
Gordon's checked in for Denver. Three on the clock. From deep, Jokic. No good. That's miss number 2 against 3 makes from the field. Thompson passes to Green. And Aaron Gordon gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him.
That's a second, and I think they'll keep him in, but he's got to be careful. A third, and he'll sit for the rest of the half.
Pass to Thompson. Porter with a block.
Good work on the defensive end for Porter Jr. Timing things just right there to get the block. Yeah, easy call.
The Rockets have gone 3 for 3 at the line tonight.
At the line for your Rockets, Thompson. 2 shots.
Take a break. 2 shots.
And he can't get the first one. And RJ, even without a consistent jumper, Amen Thompson has proven to be a productive player.
And that jumper should develop over time, but he does everything else at a high level. He's extremely versatile, especially on that defensive end, Kevin.
That one misses.
And Thompson is one of the best pure athletes to come into the league in quite some time. He's fast, and boy, can he fly. Out of nowhere, Gordon just soaring in there, and that athleticism carries him straight to the hoop.
Now, here's Thompson. He has yet to score.
When he has enough space, he's more than comfortable letting it fly from outside.
Porter at the elbow. Free throw line jump shot. Thompson with the rebound. Thompson's got his 4th rebound in this one. Pass to Van Vliet. And out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession.
A moment to check out the numbers for Fred Van Vliet. He's been a factor for them over the last month, averaging 15 points a game, 6 assists, and 3 rebounds. To have a scorer like him consistently deliver you points makes such a big difference for a team.
He's someone you can rely on to bring it on a nightly basis. When they need a basket, he's the guy they turn to.
Here's what Denver's going with right now. Pickett's checked in, and it's Peyton Watson in for Porter. Shoots from 8, and it's Jokic missing. And so Van Vliet will bring it up for the Houston Rockets. They trail by 6. Outside, Green. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Such dynamic play from Green, drawing the contact and finding a way to beat it.
The Rockets shooting the 6th attempt at the free throw line tonight.
And on the season, they're hitting about 76%, which is a decent rate.
And timeout is called by Ime Udoka. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations.
At the line, shooting 1. The Rockets call
switch here. Strother's checked in. Well, for the past month, it's been quite a three-point shooting display for these small forwards. Just check out their percentages from long range. You look at Watson, one of the best shooters in the NBA, top 5 in the league at this moment.
I mean, you've got a dilemma when it comes to any of the guys on that list. Stay up tight on them on the perimeter, and you risk them blowing by you. But if you back off, you might get your feelings hurt.
Hurt in a big way, Greg. The damage they do from three-point range is immense. These are some cold-blooded killers from long range. And that's how you lead a team, literally.
Out to the right wing. Now, here's Jokic. He's guarded closely. 5 to shoot. Jokic just takes what he wants inside. Amazing.
And he's made his mark on offense especially. They got to be thankful he's on their squad.
He's gone 1 of 1 in the game so far from the line.
And to this point on the season, guys, 80% from the line. He's done a really good job.
Free throw, good. Jokic.
And if you were to assemble a first-team all-second rounders, Jokic would be a shoo-in.
The drive by Green. That one a little long. The Nuggets leading by 5. Jokic kicks to Murray. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. Puts it up from 7. And Jokic gets it to go. Jokic has got 12 in the game.
And if Jokic has the position inside, forget it.
Here's Roddy, and he lays it straight in.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, you can give up some size, but that shows you how fearless he is, willing to attack the basket no matter who is in front of him.
And there's the whistle, illegal screen.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
You gotta blow the whistle when it's that obvious. Great call there by the official.
And the Rockets making a change here. Shepard's checked in. And a switcher also for Denver. Jordan's checked in.
And while we got a chance, look at some numbers for Murray. And he's in the top 20 in steals, bringing that focus and intensity at both ends.
And how good is he at distributing the basketball? My goodness, pick and roll, drive and dish, in transition. He's been dominant all season. That one is off.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
And the second free throw, good. Denver leading by 4. Here's Pickett. Nothing on the board. Over Holiday. And he stays with it. Pickett, no good. Here's Whitmore. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And all of a sudden, that man was just on the other end. Wow.
Here's Pickett, currently averaging almost 6 points a game. 5 on the clock. And Watson slams it in.
And so creative with the ball in his hand. Murray draws the defense in and then makes a terrific pass.
Here's Roddy. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
Rockets have hit 4 of 8 from the free throw line so far. Folks, that's 50%. Not great work there.
Shoot 2 shots.
And that one misses. Zeke Naji, he's checked in for Murray. Good on the second free throw. The Nuggets leading by 3. Outside, Jordan. Pass to Watson. Here's Strother. Clock at 6. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
Breakdown for the defenders, and you can't ask for an easier bucket than that.
Here's Landale. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Lakers in Los Angeles.
And he also went to town on the glass, imposed his will, chasing down misses all game long.
And that's not nearly the kind of defense that's going to prevent a player of his ability from scoring.
Outside Jordan. Pass to Strother. Denver passing it around. Off target from three-point range. It's trailed by 3. To the right side. Here's Roddy. Now Whitmore. 5 points in the game. Yes, that goes in. Whitmore's got 7 points here in this quarter.
He was inside his own head in that first quarter. You could see it. Now he's doing a much better job of letting the game come to him.
Pass to Strother. It's deflected from past the arc. It's rebounded by Houston. Whitmore with it. He's picked up by Jordan. Shepard with the ball. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against the Lakers.
And he didn't just create offense for himself now. He did a tremendous job of setting up his teammates as well.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead.
And here in the second quarter, he's starting to work himself to the free throw line. That's a good move.
Russell Westbrook's checked in for Najee. And that one falls, and that puts him up by 1 point. Denver's gotten into trouble with the 3 ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. And get passes to Jordan. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. And Van Vliet picks one up.
And Jordan doesn't look to score often, but when he does, he goes up strong and attracts the defense.
For Denver, they have been coming through at the charity stripe. They've made 7 of their 8 attempts. He misses the free throw.
An incredible 6'11" athlete. DeAndre Jordan tries to own the rim on both ends. It's his airspace when he's out there.
A new lineup here for Houston. And he's good on the second. Houston's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Adams outside. He takes it in, and it's good. 2 points. Easton's got the lead up to 2 now for the Rockets.
Yeah, and they're starting to warm up from the field this quarter.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Westbrook. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
And the key for Westbrook is having his feet under him. I mean, when he does that, the jumper is wet.
Pass to Green. It's blocked. Out of bounds. Rockets ball as Houston keeps possession. And now let's take a look again at that incredible rejection.
And in a close game, blocks like that are so clutch, and that could be a real difference maker here tonight.
So a tie game here as we finish the first half. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
56. The Nuggets, 56. Fans, please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot. Give me a beat. You're thinking about the shot. Nice try. It's all good.
Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet and the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. How about we start out with the Western Conference and how those teams are stacking up?
Well, right now for Denver, they're playing up to expectations. Maybe they like to be doing more than that, but I think they're ready to make some noise in the playoffs. That's when you turn up.
And now let's check out the Denver Nuggets, who are in a close game after one half of play.
I'm not seeing their activity on D. Right now, the game is close, but it could turn on them unless they up the effort.
I agree. If they let this slip away, it's because their defense let them down.
Thank you for being with us. Now let's send it to Kevin Harlan for the second half tip.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Well, guys, what can you say? Jalen Green, an impressive effort here today.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
If they don't change their approach in the second half, let's just say his success will continue.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. So on the floor for Denver. The 4 and the 5. It's Gordon and Jokic. In at the guard spots, it's Murray and Brown. And it's Porter in at the 3 spot. Lets it go from the wing. They get it back.
Oh, man, that's tough. That's definitely one he'd like back. Almost too wide open.
Here's Brooks. Rebound by the Nuggets. Porter's got rebound number 5 here tonight, and it's Gordon finishing it off.
And they trust Murray to get the ball where it needs to go.
Brooks outside. Back to Van Vliet. Pass to Şengün. Şengün with the screen for Green. 6 to shoot. They get the rebound. From down in the low post, it goes. Şengün's got it all tied up now for the Rockets. Here's Brown, guarded by Green. Bounce pass Gordon for 3. Murray sinks the triple. Murray's got 9 points.
And operating off the ball, credit Murray for staying engaged, ready to fire when asked.
Green finds Brooks. Good. Great play by Green to set it up.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
And it's Murray with the jam.
And Murray, never shy, absorbs the contact there and gets it to go.
The Nuggets have made their free throws at a pretty good clip. They've hit 8 of 10.
And I think this is a strength of this team. Solid numbers at the line across the board, 77% collectively.
And so Green will bring it up for the Houston Rockets. It's a 3-point game. Here's Şengün. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on Jokic.
Well, Şengün is a big man that is hard to handle.
It's his first trip to the line.
Şengün taking 2 shots.
He's off on the first. Incredible for his age. The decision-making of Şengün GA is very impressive.
So calm when he sees a double coming. Reads and reacts with ease when he's on the block or at the nail. Reminds you of a young Jokic with how he sees the game.
And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time. And Alperen Şengün continues to prove himself, RJ, as one of the game's most promising big men.
Oh, a lot of it is because of his passing ability, Kevin. Shades of Nikola Jokic out there. Having a big man who can distribute like Şengün is a real luxury.
Here's Green, following the basket by Jokic. Green inside, and the layup falls. Green's got 15.
Coach has to be pleased with what Green is doing out there, playing with a ton of energy on the offensive end.
Brown, the pass to Jokic. Jokic sets the screen for Murray. It's rebounded by Şengün. Şengün's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Van Vliet outside. Lets it go from deep. It's hauled in by Jokic. Denver leading by 3. Murray outside. He's looking for Gordon and finds him. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. And we've got a timeout called from Ime Udoka. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly.
Check out stats for Thompson. This past month, he's really set himself apart. He's averaging 11 points a game, 6 rebounds, and 4 assists. But you look at all that, and really it doesn't give you the entire picture of his impact defensively.
Just in general, numbers don't tell the whole story with defense. Guys like him, you have to watch to understand his impact.
Now, here's Green. He's got 15. Brooks kicks to Van Vliet. Şengün with the screen for Van Vliet. They kick it out to Green. Drills the three-pointer. Green's got 18 points in the game.
You can tell Green likes to move quickly. He gets that ball, and he's taking the shot in just a few seconds.
Back to Murray. Pass to Jokic. He gets that one. 16 points for him.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And here is Green. 18 points for him. And it goes down 2 points.
And he's really made the most of his opportunities today. I mean, he needs to keep working for those kinds of looks.
Here's Murray. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. 14 points for Jamal Murray. Green against Gordon. Green drives in. Gordon with the defensive effort. And so it's Jokic with the ball. He brings it up for the Nuggets. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. And the shot goes down. And the Nuggets lead by 6.
And that jump shot by Porter is pure. Has such a fluid shooting motion.
Green, no luck.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
Now here's Gordon. 8 points for him.
This quarter has been all his. I suggest they keep the ball in his hands.
Thompson passes to Van Vliet. Over Murray. And with that, the Denver lead is cut down now to just 6 in the basket from Van Vliet.
Ready to play rough inside. Van Vliet navigates the contact.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
checked in for Green. Russell Westbrook in for the Nuggets.
Rise up and give a big hand to your Little Dippers.
Denver leading by 6. Murray the pass to Brown. The layup off target. Houston's gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% exactly. Thompson passes to Van Vliet. To the paint. Here's Şengün. And it's Denver with the rebound. Out to the wing. Westbrook finds Gordon. Porter with it. Three-pointer. Shot number 12 goes in. He's made 7 of 12 now.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Pass to Şengün. An easy 2 points on the layup. Şengün's got 10 points in the game.
Oh, sometimes you got to flex on him. That's what Şengün just did.
Got that one up quick. Gordon's got the lead up to 10 now for the Nuggets.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
When it ain't broke, leave it alone until someone stops him. Just let him roll.
Thompson passes to Şengün. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Şengün. Now a chance to examine the rebounding numbers over the past month for Amen Thompson.
In the last few months, the rebounding has sort of taken a bit of a dive for him, and a lot of factors could be the cause, but it's a trend that coach would probably like to see him reverse.
Catching up on the changes for Denver. Slaughter's checked in, and Alexander subbed in for Jamal Murray. Westbrook off with the layup. Rockets trail by 10. Back to Whitmore. Houston moving it around. Landale pass to Van Vliet. No problems knocking that one down. And that's now 6 points for Fred Van Vliet.
Set him up properly. Van Vliet will knock that down.
Gordon with a screen on Holiday. They get it again. Pass to Strother. Puts up a 3. Nailed from three-point land. Strother's got his second basket of the game.
Yeah, that's 2 straight three-pointers they've allowed.
Whitmore, it's good.
And he might be a rookie, but Whitmore can play some bully ball. He will get it inside and be as physical as anybody.
Here's Alexander. Gordon with a screen on Van Vliet. Alexander passes to Gordon. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Gordon's got 9 points here in the second half.
He's just got it on automatic right now, shooting 100%, and that'll keep your confidence high.
Here's Whitmore. He's got 9. Pass to Landale. Pocket 2. Kicks it out to Van Vliet. It's good from long range. Van Vliet's got 9.
And they've shown a little extra hustle on the offensive glass here in the second half. Second chance points are starting to add up for them, and they can use every one of them.
Here's Holiday. Rebound by the Nuggets. They've led by as many as 11 points. Now here's Westbrook. 11 points in the game. There's the pick. Pass to Brown. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Westbrook's got his 4th assist in this one. Rockets trail by 11. And we've got a timeout called from Ime Udoka. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. A new lineup here for Houston. While there's a chance, let's show you the teams that have thrived on the fast break this season. The Nuggets number 1. The Rockets 4th.
And both squads extremely adept in transition. They like to get out and run, guys. And this is a battle of greyhounds.
Pass to Shepherd. And here is Adams. Adams drawing the double team. Williams for 3. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Williams has got himself on the board with 3 there.
This is why you always have to chase guys off the arc, because everyone has a three-point shot now.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
That's a great possession. Put your best players in a position to succeed.
Here's Eason. He's got 6. Over in the corner, Williams. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Green drives in. Alexander grabs the board. The Nuggets leading by 10. Outside Westbrook. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
A moment here to look at some numbers for Russell Westbrook. He's putting up 13 points a game, 5 assists, and 4 rebounds. Fantastic totals for him across the board. I wouldn't be surprised if he keeps rolling.
I think if you talk to anyone on this team, they believe in his abilities about 1,000%.
Here's Shepard. He averages about 5 points a game. And as it goes out of bounds, Houston able to keep the ball. You gotta love strong defense, especially when it comes in the form of harsh rejections. Wow.
And this is how you protect and grow a lead, by making a huge effort on that end of the floor.
Nuggets on D. 10-point lead. Just 5 on the clock. Pass to Adams. Good. Great play by Green to set it up.
And so far, going for more of an inside presence here in the second half, getting away from the three-point shot.
Westbrook, and the rebound goes to the Rockets.
His consistency just hasn't been there this quarter in terms of his shooting.
Now Shepard unloads from 9, and no good. Trying to use the glass. And so it's Denver in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low, so many of their points coming right at the rim. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And I'm glad this was the pick, because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
That wasn't a better pass in the game, almost like he had a sixth sense.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. Tari Easton is out there with Adams. Then it's Williams. Then it's Fred VanVleet. And it's Whitmore in at the 3. That's the 5 for Houston right now. Here's Pickett. Pass to Westbrook. Here's Pickett. Gordon deciding where to go with it. The dunk and the foul, a powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. That's on Cam Whitmore.
Oh, the Joker taking over. He's had his way offensively, making it look easy.
One shot. Jokic at the line for 1.
Free throw, no good for Jokic. It's trailed by 10. Here's Whitmore. And no good that time. Gordon with the defensive effort. Westbrook with it. Picked up by VanVleet. Pass to Pickett. Shoots the 3. And it's VanVleet with the rebound. Houston's gotten off 12 shots from beyond the arc tonight, hitting 7 of them. Williams passes to Adams. Inside. That's good from VanVleet on the assist by Adams. VanVleet's got 9 points here in the second half. Pass to Gordon. Back to Westbrook. Scores the bucket. He's 7 for 11 and continues to look good.
And if anything, Westbrook gets more aggressive against contact inside. He doubles his effort level in response. Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Pickett, no good. Rockets trail by 10 to the middle. And and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Nuggets.
The name of the game in the modern NBA is making threes, spacing the court, and that's exactly what they are doing tonight.
And on top of that, they're getting a lot of points off assists. And it's always a good sign when your team is working as a cohesive unit.
That's good from Williams. Christian Brown's checked in for the Nuggets. So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe. Denver leading by 9. Lob pass to Gordon and stolen by Whitmore. Van Vliet outside. Williams finds Van Vliet. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. Van Vliet's got 5 points in the quarter.
And for Van Vliet, most of his shot attempts come from beyond the arc.
Van Vliet against Westbrook. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for 1 more at the line.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And the Rockets making a change here. Brooks checked in.
Russell Westbrook. 1 shot.
You look at Westbrook's career, he has always been that guy, a triple-double machine who works hard on both sides of the ball night after night.
Now here's Williams to the inside. Here's Van Vliet. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. They get Russell Westbrook. And Van Vliet, not the same scorer he once was, Richard, but he has improved his playmaking.
And that's the adjustment that Van Vliet needed to make. The scoring doesn't always have to be there for him. But if he can set up, facilitate, and be a game manager, he'll find a large role.
And he knocks down the first one. Greg, what's the key thing Fred Van Vliet brings to this offense?
I feel like he's really a centering presence, Kevin. The guys can look to him to call the play, to give them their orders, and trust that he's setting them up for success.
And so Van Vliet nails both of them.
Oh, he is a coach's dream. That's why they love Van Vliet. The intangibles are off the chart, and the execution is consistent.
Now here's Gordon. Jokic with a screen on Van Vliet. Here's Brown, and that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Westbrook's got 5 assists in the game. Here's Van Vliet. He sinks the 11-footer. Van Vliet's got 16 here in the second half.
It's really been a tale of 2 halves, guys. A slow start, but this quarter, he has really been the man.
Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. Pass to Porter. 6 on the shot clock. Launches it. Eason grabs the board.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can count on him to continue missing.
Here's Adams, and terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2.
You have to put a body on Adams. He's too good of an offensive rebounder to not pay attention.
Pass to Porter. Lets it go with a 3. Rebound by Williams. Gets trailed by 6. Here's Eason. And it's Denver with the rebound. Porter's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Here's Brown. Jokic's screen. And there's the drive. A nice shot by Brown.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
Yeah, but I think it's going to come down to who can get the stops down the stretch, because that's who's going to come away with this one.
For 3, Van Vliet. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. They've led by as many as 11 points. Outside Westbrook. Pass to Gordon. Now Jokic, covered by Van Vliet. Jokic with the bucket. Jokic has got 20.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
Brooks outside. On Launches a three. Rebound by the Nuggets. Jokic has got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Here's Westbrook. Eason grabs the board. And so Van Vliet will bring it up for Houston, trailing by 10. Adams taking his time here. Now here's Van Vliet. He's covered closely. The Nuggets have gone 6 of 11 since the start of the fourth quarter. Gordon against Brooks. Westbrook, well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. 20 points for him.
Vintage Russ, he just keeps coming. What a night.
Van Vliet passes to Williams. Brooks outside. You talk about reputations, RJ. Few have one like Dylan Brooks.
I'll give it to this man. He is fearless. He doesn't care if it's Steph, LeBron, his mom, whoever. Dylan is trying to get in their head. You want guys like that on your side.
2 shots.
The first free throw is good.
And there's a flexibility to Brooks's game. He can play a specific role for you, or he can be a high-usage guy. Really depends on what a team needs from night to night.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Şengün's checked in for Steven Adams. Amen Thompson comes in for Jari Eason. And it's Green in for Williams.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Brooks with no one around. Another miss by Houston. Denver leading by 12. Here's Brown. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. And the league clearly focused on making regular season games matter. Right? You think more steps are coming?
Well, let's give the league credit because they've left no stone unturned. The play-in, the in-season tournament, the 65 games rule, all implemented with that in mind.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
No surprise there. He's about as automatic as it gets from the stripe. I hope I didn't jinx him.
Shoots from 12. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. Green's got 22 points.
Nice poise inside from Green, showing how comfortable he is amongst the trees.
Porter kicks to Gordon. Van Vliet against Murray. From the arc. Rockets with the rebound. Green passes to Van Vliet. Now here's Şengün. And here's Thompson. And some nice passing there by Houston. It's Brooks on the wing. Jokic defending. Van Vliet can't get it to go.
And he might have thrown himself off when he saw how much space he had from 3.
Porter kicks to Murray. At the elbow. Jokic. And it's blocked by Şengün. Lob pass to Gordon. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And offensive rebounding really about timing and positioning there. Gordon using both to burn the D.
Green inside the three-point line. Misses the jumper.
And usually that's a bucket for him, but look, nobody's perfect in the mid-range.
Porter dishes to Gordon. Over Thompson. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. And the Nuggets lead by 16. And we've got a timeout called from Ime Udoka. He's not taking any chances and wants to huddle him up right away. And now a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Nikola Jokic.
Yeah, and his percentage from the field tonight, just amazing. He hadn't just been gunning. He's been picking his spots, and you need that kind of patience and discipline to shoot as well as he had.
And with the playoffs on the horizon, he'll be looking to stay in peak form as long as he can.
Superb movement in the screen and roll. Gotta reward Şengün for that.
Murray finds Jokic. Now Porter. Pass to Gordon. Murray outside. Here's Jokic. Fouled on the shot. Picks up 2 points. So one free throw coming up.
And this is how you want to come out of the half. Prolific and efficient.
Well, I credit some of that to their communication out on the floor. They are attacking as a unit.
Jokic shooting one.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
Free throw, no good for Jokic. Rockets trail by 16. Van Vliet outside. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
That's no problem for Van Vliet. He eats that contact with ease.
When you compare, Richard, the NBA to the other major sports leagues, you have to be proud of the way things are run.
The NBA is a global league that focuses on global expansion, more so than any other major sport in the United States. And when it comes to the players, there isn't a league that treats their players better.
Timeout called, Nuggets. We've got 1:28 left in the fourth quarter. Driving to the basket. Murray for three. Basket made. That gives him 7 field goals in 13 tries.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Nuggets.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
In what's been a good season already, tonight's win will take their record to 50 wins, a big milestone here tonight.
And you could tell they were ready for this one today, guys. There was something extra on the line, and they wanted it.
And one of the league's top talents, game in and game out. And doing it here again in this one. A terrific night for Jokic.
The work he put in on the glass helped shape this game, never taking a play off and closing out a number of possessions.
And he sinks the second.
Ooh, you hope that leaving points at the line won't come back to haunt them.
Pass to Brown. Back to Murray. The Nuggets moving the ball around. Here's Jokic. Puts the move on. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock.
I mean, that can happen to anyone, but it's ugly every time it does.
And you have to feel for him. That's the kind of miss that will stick with you for a little bit.
And so it's Denver taking care of business in this one. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, gee, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
And now let's